Welcome back to Duty's Daggers. We're doing a cut test with the beautiful Aurora rays from Ferramonster, a new knife maker company that I hadn't heard of until recently. Ferramonster. They make their own knives. They are located overseas. Doesn't say, but I'm almost positive it's probably China. And they sent this to me free of charge to take a look at. This is a really nicely made knife. For $266, we have M390 blade steel, a beautifully milled titanium handle, and a hand rub satin finish on the blade. Let's see how it cuts and see how this M390 is. See if the edge lasts like it should. Starting off on the double thickness cardboard, let's do some slicing. Very nice. When I first saw the sharpening choil area, I thought maybe it would be getting snagged up in the cardboard. And it did on me like only once, I think, maybe twice. It's really fine as long as you just don't make sure the cardboard's sliding back to the choil area. You won't get snagged up. Because there's really not a choke up spot to put your finger in to prevent that from happening. So you just gotta pay attention. But it's slicing really well. It's passing through this material easily. The blade stock is not crazy thin. It's, I think, 123 thousandths. And behind the edge, it's 14 thousandths. Not a lot of belly on this knife. And it's got a low tip, so utility cutting is going to be really good. Check this out. Just zipping through this stuff, man. This is the double thickness stuff again. Look at that. Damn! It's a fine tip, but not too fine to where I'd be nervous about it breaking off. Try to get some of this tape gunk off. So because there's not very much belly, it's not going to be as good at like cutting board down on the surface type cutting like this. You guys know if you watch the videos, we like to... Anybody likes to, but I like to, when you have maybe a rubber tube or a piece of rope or something on a piece of wood or something that you're cutting, you kind of start at the tip and you rock back on the belly, and that pinches the material between the blade and the surface, and it cuts it. This doesn't have that as much, but look what it's doing. Look how easily it cut that leather, man. Look at all those layers. Insane. I mean, that cut this leather better than a lot of knives that I've tested. That was surprising. The Cecil rope. You can see I'm having to cut it a little bit differently. My knuckles are really close to the cutting board, kind of hitting it at times, because I don't have that belly to kind of rock on. But it's getting the job done, and it's doing well. Really well, in fact. Let's cut up some different types of tubing and rope here. Just some rubber tubing. Same kind of thing. Not the best blade shape for this, but it's working. Let's try some harder, kind of plasticky, tough kind of tubing. Same thing. And let's try some of this polypropylene rope. Or maybe it's nylon, I don't know. But not an issue for the knife. What's next? Let's cut a zip tie. Gonna be a piece of cake for this knife and most knives, but I don't know. I like to do it anyways. I figure if there's something like a flaw in the blade, a hard plastic like a zip tie might bring that out. How's the edge? We're still cutting paper. This definitely has dulled a little bit. You can see at the end we're kind of tearing, but not too bad. We're still cutting paper at the end of all that. I've definitely tested M390 that was not as good as this. Definitely. And you'll see here in a minute when we do the edge killer rope test that it holds a good edge a pretty long time. All right, let's give it a stropping. M390 typically isn't the easiest to strop. It takes a little bit longer than some other steels. So we'll give it a nice stropping, give it a good, 10 strokes per side, maybe a little more. This is the Dude Co. strop that I made. I make batches of these and I sell them. If you're interested, I can put you on the list for the next batch. So that's stropped back nicely. Let's get the edge killer rope out. This is some really tough, very abrasive rope that takes away edges on knives really quickly. See how many times we can cut through the rope before it won't cut paper anymore. First time went through pretty easily. And we're still cutting paper. It's ripping a little at the end. We're still doing it. Let's go for cut number 2. Definitely more difficult to cut through, more sawing needed. But we make it through. I have a feeling it's not really going to want to cut paper now. Kind of. If you get the right angle and the right speed, it will cut, but it's, I don't know. I'm not sure if you'd call that a pass or not. I kind of feel like it might be a pass, but we'll end it there. Really impressive for M390, man. Really impressive. It has to do with the edge geometry, which apparently they did a really good job on. Yeah, I was really happy to see that. I really like the knife. So it's just, the cherry on top that the blade steel seems to be heat treated correctly. Let's give it a final strop after that rope we just cut. I also make a stropping compound called the Duty Juice. It's really good. It's about 1 micron that's the grit. Hit me up if you want some. $20 a bottle, including shipping, and it's enough to last you probably like 6 months. So here we are, back to nice and sharp again. The action is breaking in really nicely after just 1 day of owning the knife and flipping it a bunch. That was something that you probably saw in my unboxing video that I was hoping would happen, because it was not super smooth in the pivot. Now it is. It's not like, crazy smooth. It's much improved, and I think it will continue to improve. I really like the knife. I really do. Full review coming, but I recommend it so far. Link will be down in the comments if you want to go take a look at them. Thanks for watching. See you next time.